Welcome back to the channel, Barca fans. Today we have a massive update surrounding Kees Smit. The new Dutch wonderkid Barcelona are fighting to sign in a three-way battle with Real Madrid and Liverpool. We break down why the Catalan board see him as the next Pedri-type profile, how much AZ Alkmaar are demanding, and whether Barca should really spend 25 million euros with bigger priorities in attack and defense. But that's not all. We also look at Joan Garcia's spectacular performance against Athletic Club and why he's now knocking on the door of the Spanish national team. Plus, we bring you the latest training ground news. Marcus Rashford returns ahead of the Chelsea clash. Pedri still out as Flick makes a late decision. Major selection chaos before the Champions League showdown. From tactical dilemmas to transfer battles, this is one video you don't want to miss. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into all the breaking Barcelona news. Barcelona involved in a three-way fight for Dutch Pro report. In a breaking report on Fischages, the media outlet brings to light that Barcelona are eyeing the signing of Kees Smit, one of the biggest prospects of Dutch football. The Catalans reportedly see him to be very similar to Pedri in terms of his profile and thus see him to be a very valuable talent who can flourish at the club. In particular, Barcelona reportedly values Smit's ability to play between lines with ease, his creativity and style of play, all of which they see to complement Barcelona's style. Serious competition. The same report also brings to light that Barcelona are not alone in the pursuit of the AZ Alkmaar talent, as names such as Real Madrid and Liverpool are among the other parties interested. While Los Blancos have been chasing the player for a long time now, the Reds feature as a new entrant in the race. Arne Slot's men are said to be keen to get the signing of the talent done at the earliest, and their entry onto the scene forces Barcelona to make a quick decision on their stance. As it stands, AZ Alkmaar are expected to demand a fee of 25 million euros for the player, a sum that will not necessarily be seen to be atrocious given the player's talent. Affordability aside, however, Barcelona's big question will be in regards to the necessity of the signing at this point in time, especially given how they are in dire need of reinforcements in positions like centre-forward and centre-back. So far this season, the 19-year-old has made 12 starts for his side in the Eredivisie and has 2 goals and as many assists to his name already. He averages 1.8 key passes per game and has created 3 big chances. Barcelona star makes national team case after outshining first-choice counterpart in Athletic Club game, report. FC Barcelona made a triumphant return to the Spotify Camp Nou, putting on a dominant performance in a 4-0 victory over Athletic Club. Ferran Torres, Robert Lewandowski, and Fermin Lopez all found the back of the net, showcasing the team's growing confidence under Hansi Flick. This match also marked the long-awaited comebacks of Joan Garcia and Rafinha, who had both been sidelined for nearly 2 months. Joan started the match, while Rafinha featured in the second half. According to Mundo Deportivo, Joan Garcia delivered a performance that could put him firmly in the conversation for a spot in Spain's national team. In a direct comparison with Spain's first-choice goalkeeper Unai Simon, it was the Barca keeper who stood out. Joan saved both shots he faced and helped the team secure their first clean sheet since September. Meanwhile, Simon struggled, making only 3 saves from 7 attempts and being at fault for Barcelona's opening 2 goals. Spain coach Luis de la Fuente may currently rely on Simon, David Raya, and Alex Romero, but if Joan maintains this level, especially performing for a club of Barcelona's size, a national team call-up could be only a matter of time. Since arriving from Espanyol in the summer, Joan Garcia has quickly become one of the most reliable modern sweeper keepers in La Liga. His confident display against Athletic confirmed that his meniscus issues are well behind him. Now, the focus turns to London, where Barca will hope he can repeat that form against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. As for the squad, Marcus Rashford returned to training after recovering from a severe flu that sidelined him for the Athletic match. He is expected to be available for the Champions League clash. However, the team is still without their 140 million euro star Pedri, who has yet to rejoin full training. Although he reportedly feels good, the club will decide today whether to include him in the squad, with caution likely ruling out a rushed return. Barcelona may have enjoyed a comfortable win this weekend, but the trip to Chelsea promises a much tougher test. The next 24 hours could be crucial for Flick's squad decisions. Facing the Blues is never straightforward. Chelsea are steadily re-establishing themselves among Europe's elite after a few seasons of inconsistent results, making this matchup a true test for Hansi Flick's side. Following the win against Athletic Bilbao, Barcelona returned to training at the Ciutat Esportiva yesterday to prepare for the trip to London. The starters from Saturday's match had a light recovery session, while the substitutes and other available players trained separately. Marcus Rashford, who missed the last La Liga game due to a severe flu and high fever, was among those in training and, according to Mundo Deportivo, is expected to be available for selection against Chelsea. However, one player Flick continues to wait for is Pedri. The €140 million rated Spanish midfielder has been out since El Clasico and has not yet returned to group training ahead of the Chelsea game. The report notes that the player feels good, and a decision on his availability will be made today. Without a proper group session, though, it is highly unlikely that he will make the squad list. Barcelona will be cautious about rushing Pedri back too soon to avoid a relapse. With Frenkie de Jong available, he should be able to shoulder the burden against Chelsea alongside either Eric Garcia or Marc Casado. Let us wait and see how things play out. Hansi Flick faces major selection chaos as Barcelona prepare for Chelsea showdown. Barcelona's clash with Chelsea in tomorrow's UEFA Champions League fixture is shaping up to be one of the most tactically complex matches for Hansi Flick. While the team enters the match with renewed confidence, a series of returning players has created several selection dilemmas across the pitch, forcing Flick to weigh up form, fitness and balance before naming his starting 11. One of the few positions without any uncertainty is the goalkeeper slot. Joan Garcia, who featured against Athletic Club, will retain his spot between the posts. What about the defense? Furthermore, Jules Koundé and Pau Cubarsí are nailed on starters, but the other two places remain open. Against Athletic Club, Gerard Martin and Alejandro Balde filled the remaining defensive roles. However, Balde did not finish the match after taking a blow to the head. Even so, all signs point to the fact that he will be available, while the centre-back partnering Cubarsí will likely be either Ronald Araujo or Eric Garcia. According to Marca, both have trained at full intensity, making the decision even more complicated. The midfield dilemma. Midfield is another puzzle entirely. Frenkie de Jong is back and expected to start, but who joins him is still unclear. Fermin Lopez delivered an excellent performance against Athletic, Eric Garcia continues to impress whenever called upon, and Marc Casado is also an option. Flick may even shift things around and move Fermin into a more advanced role, allowing Dani Olmo to take a rest. But what Flick will do is a matter of last-minute decision. The attacking conundrum. On the right flank, however, there is absolutely no room for debate that the position belongs to Lamine Yamal. The left side presents a different scenario. Rafinha made a strong return over the weekend, but after spending nearly 2 months injured, Flick is not expected to rush him back into the starting 11. Marcus Rashford, meanwhile, has been in excellent form and brings valuable experience against English teams, making him a very likely starter. Up front, the dilemma is choosing between Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres, the two forwards who are in red-hot form. And that wraps up today's huge Barcelona update. The fight for Keith Smith is heating up. Joan Garcia is making a serious case for Spain's next goalkeeper, and Hansi Flick faces one of his toughest selection puzzles of the season ahead of the Chelsea showdown. With Rashford returning, Pedri still doubtful and several positions still undecided, the next 24 hours will be absolutely crucial for the team. Let me know in the comments. Should Barcelona spend €25 million on Keith Smith right now? Who should start against Chelsea? Lewandowski or Ferran Torres? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Barca news, transfer updates and match analysis. See you in the next one. VISCA BARÇA.